Thank you so much for being here today. Welcome to this time and space on your mat and your practice today. Thank you so much for being here with me. And we are going to begin our practice just by inviting ourselves into this space where we can allow this class and this time to be a place where we recognize that life is a practice, that we can begin wherever we are, and it's not about trying to strive to get to the finish line quickly. We want to allow ourselves to move one step at a time, and not just in our practice, but also to take that idea with us when we're out into the world as well. Because it's not about doing life perfectly, unfortunately. There is no such thing as perfect, and so if we allow ourselves that space to understand that life truly is a practice and every single day we are a student of life, we then open ourselves up to more growth and transformation. So with this idea of our practice and our life being a practice, in this space and time for our class, let's begin our practice in Child's Pose. So bring your big toes together, knees out wide, arms straight out in front of you. Relax your forehead down to the earth. And if you need a block or books underneath your forehead for a little extra support, feel free to do so. A block is always a nice handy prop to have. Because again, we are allowing ourselves to begin wherever we are. And it's not necessarily that we're beginning our time on the mat, that we're beginning a yoga practice in our life. We may have been practicing for 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. But today, we have to give ourselves space to practice and to begin from the body that we have today, from the space that we are in today, without any judgment. So while you're in this child's pose, allow your head to gently rest down. If your forehead is touching the earth, maybe gently rock your head from side to side in your child's pose. And just begin to feel into this gentle movement. And just notice the things that you feel in this first child's pose, in this first space in your practice. This morning I read a quote from Ram Dass that was the inspiration for this practice today. And he said, start from where you are, not where you wish you were. The work you are doing becomes your path. So as you come into this space for your practice today, really truly allow yourself to begin wherever you are in your day today. It's not just about beginning with rolling out our yoga mat, but beginning over and over and over again as this student of life, allowing ourselves to learn, to grow from our mistakes, to make those mistakes, allow ourselves to begin from the place we're at with what we have right here, right now. Start to make your child's pose a little bit more active. If your elbows are down on the earth, start to lift them up. Crawl your fingertips forward. Start to lift your forehead up off of the mat. Rise up onto your fingertips. Take a full deep breath in. And with your exhale, crawl your hands over to the right. Plant your palms back down. Relax your forehead. Maybe it touches the ground. And give a nice gentle side stretch through the left side of your body as you reach to the right, creating a little more space through your side body, through your rib cage, all the way down to your left hip,
Breathe deeply into the left side of your body as you reach to the right. And rather than going all the way to the right and constricting your breathing, make sure you have space for your breath. So ease out of this gentle side bend at any time if it's hard to take a deep breath in. Reach just a little bit further. Take another inhale, rise up onto your fingertips, lift your forehead. With your exhale, crawl your hands forward and all the way to the other side. Plant your palms down, relax your forehead to the earth. Maybe it touches, maybe it gently hovers. And again, we're not trying to go from A to Z. We're just allowing ourselves the space and time to open up for our practice. The same as we allow ourselves to open up for life. So rather than expecting ourselves to go into the deepest side stretch we've ever been in, the first thing in our practice, especially if we're practicing here this morning, we want to make sure that we give ourselves space to open up and to grow. It's all about taking one step at a time. Reach through your fingertips just a little bit more. Rise up onto your fingertips, lift your forehead. Take another full deep breath all the way in. And exhale, crawl your hands forward back to child's pose just for another moment. Make your child's pose nice and active. And just know that this child's pose is a place you can always come back to anytime in your practice. Allow yourself to be here and practice with the body you have today and do everything that you need for yourself. Take another full inhale in child's pose. Exhale, crawl your hands back to your knees and come up to kneeling. You might want to bring your knees together just a little bit more here. Sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders down away from your ears. On your inhale, sweep your arms up toward the sky. As you exhale, twist to the right, left hand to your right leg, right fingertips behind you on the floor or a block. Lift up nice and tall here, relax through your shoulders. Breathe deep. And again, just inviting yourself to be here at the beginning. Notice how your body feels in this moment. Notice how your breath feels. Can you take a deep breath in? Begin to deepen your breath. On your next inhale, face forward, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Maybe your palms touch, maybe they don't. And exhale, twist to the other side. Right hand to your left leg, left fingertips behind you. Sit up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And just notice if there are any spaces of tension in your body today. Where can you invite a little bit of gentle release, a little bit of letting go? So we always want to find that balance between strength and ease. The balance between being the student and allowing ourselves to learn and to take what we're learning and applying it to our lives. So in this moment, what can your body teach you in this twist? Are you listening? Sit up a little bit taller into this twist. On your next inhale, face forward, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center. Maybe you close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Following your breath, inhale, circle, sweep your arms all the way up, palms connect. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center. 2 more like this. Deepen your breath. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. And exhale, pull your hands to your heart. Gently bow your head. And take a moment here as you set an intention for your practice today. That intention might be one of allowing yourself to start exactly where you are. It might be recognizing that life is a practice and it's not about perfecting that practice, but just taking one step at a time.
Maybe there's another intention that you'd like to cultivate or dedicate your practice to someone or something. But as you sit with that intention resting in the space of your heart, see if you can bring that intention with you as you move through this practice today, this journey on your mat. Allow yourself to come back to this space of intention anytime you notice your mind has wandered to someplace else. If you're back in the past of stories you're telling yourself in your mind, or worrying about the future, or thinking about something that's going to happen in a half an hour from now. See if you can invite yourself back to this space, this time, and being fully present to the experience you're having right now, so that you can continue to learn and to be a student of life. Take a full deep breath all the way in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, sigh the breath out. Gently release your hands down. And from this kneeling position, make your way into tabletop pose. Let's come to all fours. Shoulders over your wrists, hips above your knees, with your knees hip-width apart. And from your tabletop pose, let's come into a gentle cat-cow. Inhale, open up through your chest and heart. Exhale, round through your back, chin to your chest. Again, like this, inhale, gently pull forward. Exhale, round and release. One more time, gentle back bend as you inhale. And gentle release, forward and fold through the back as you exhale, round the back. Come back to a neutral tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, lift your knees up a couple of inches off of the ground. Start to find the connection to the space of your abdominal muscles and the core space of your low back, and start to find a little bit of strength there. And then finding this strength here and starting to come into that space of strength, bring your right hand to your left knee to your chest, and then set everything back down. Keep the knees lifted actually, just set the hand back down. Left hand to your right knee to chest. And hand down, toes down. Right hand to left knee, and bring the toes and hand down. Left hand to right knee, back down. One more time on each side, and see if you can minimize the rocking from side to side. Pull your navel into your spine last time. And bring your hand and foot back down. Knees are still lifted. Take another deep breath all the way in. And with your exhale, let's lift up and back. Find our first downward facing dog. And in down dog, if there's any movement that your body is craving here this morning, go ahead and take that. Just notice the things that you need, the space that you need to create in your body for your practice today. And as if this is the first time you have ever been in a downward facing dog, can you just explore how it feels here today? Without any judgment. Just be here with everything that is. If you're taking movement in down dog, come into a neutral downward facing dog. Press your hands into the earth, lift your hips to the sky, and let's start to open our feet a little bit wider, maybe a little bit wider than the mat. Toes turn out, heels in. Maybe your heels touch the earth. That's okay if they don't too. Plant down through your left hand. Take your right hand over to your left leg and look underneath your left shoulder. Your hand can be on your thigh or maybe down toward your ankle. Breathe deep. Take another full inhale and exhale. Set your right hand back down to the earth. Deep breath in. Other side. Left hand to your right thigh. Look underneath your right shoulder. Maybe you take your left hand down your leg just a little bit more. Maybe toward the ankle, but really just be here with where you are today. And just let this be a practice. It's not doing something, it's not doing the final destination or what we think we're supposed to be doing, but just allowing ourselves to be with our actual practice today. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, set your left hand back down. Keep your toes turned out, heels in, and then just gently move your hips from side to side.
side to side. Start to deepen your breath a little bit more. Cultivate Ujjayi breath if you haven't already. Come back into center with your hips. Crawl your feet back into a neutral downward facing dog. Press your chest toward your thighs. Press down through your hands. On your next inhale, send your right leg up toward the sky. As you exhale, look forward. Step your right foot in between your hands, followed by your left foot. Come into forward fold. Hands to your shins, lift halfway up, flat back as you inhale. Fold back down with your exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. And exhale, pull your hands to heart center with your feet hip width apart. Inhale, reach your arms up, rise up onto your tiptoes, and interlace your hands and flip your palms up toward the sky. And then just notice your balance. Notice the rocking, maybe side to side or forward and back. And just smile if you fall, no big deal. Just a yoga practice, right? Allow yourself to find that space of practice here today. Stay up on your tiptoes, take an inhale. As you exhale, lean over toward the right and notice what happens to your balance. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, lean over toward the left. Inhale, rise back up to center, a little higher onto your toes. Exhale, lower your heels as you forward fold all the way down toward the ground. Whew. Lift halfway up, find flat back as you inhale. Fold back down with your exhale, bend your knees and step back into a plank pose, upper push-up position. Shift your weight forward with your in-breath. Chaturanga with your exhale, lower down to your belly. Relax the tops of your feet. Inhale, low cobra to warm up your spine. Exhale to release. Tuck your toes, strengthen your legs, lift up to a strong plank pose as you inhale, and downward facing dog with your exhale. Right leg lifts up toward the sky. Take a deep breath in. Right knee to right shoulder as you exhale. Inhale, bring the leg all the way back up. Exhale, look forward, step your right foot in between your hands, top of the mat, feet hip width apart. And let's find Crescent Pose. Lift your arms up toward the sky. Relax through your shoulders. Roll your pinkies toward each other. Bend your front knee deeply, front knee on top of the front ankle. Take another inhale, lift a little bit higher. Spin your back heel flat. Open up as you exhale. Let's find Warrior Two here. Reach through your fingertips, soften through your shoulders. And just starting to find a little bit of warming up in the body and opening up. On your inhale, straighten your front leg, reach your arms up toward the sky, pivot your right toes to the left. As you exhale, pivot your left toes back and come to Warrior Two to the back of the mat. Take a couple of moments here, relax through your shoulders. Find the space of your Warrior Two. Your right toes angle toward the back of the mat, toward your left foot. Release through your shoulders. On your next inhale, straighten your left leg, arms to the sky, spin your left toes forward. Exhale, right toes over to the right, come back to Warrior Two, facing the front of your mat. Flip your right palm up, reverse warrior, take a deep breath all the way in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the earth. Inhale, right leg lifts up toward the sky. And as you exhale, move through Vinyasa nice and strong. Cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Take a moment here in down dog. Relax your heels down toward the earth. Plant evenly through your hands. With your inhale, lift your left leg up toward the sky. Exhale, look forward, step your left foot in between your hands, followed by your right foot, come into forward fold. Halfway up, flat back as you inhale. Fold back down as you exhale, still warming up. Inhale, reach your arms up toward the sky. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center. Rise up onto your tiptoes, reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, and flip your palms to the sky. If you want to play with balance a little bit more, maybe you crawl your feet a little bit closer together. Your big toes might touch. Just notice how that changes anything. Relax through your shoulders. Lift up just a little bit higher. Take another deep breath in, stay on your tiptoes. Exhale, lean over to the left.
Inhale, come back to center, palms still facing the sky. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, back to center, higher up on the tiptoes. Exhale, lower your heels as you release all the way down to the ground. Halfway up, flat back as you inhale. Fold back down, bend your knees, step back into plank pose, upper push-up position. Shift forward as you inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. You can always come all the way down or halfway down. Cobra or upward facing dog, whatever you need. And then back to downward facing dog. Lift your hips to the sky. Plant evenly through your hands. Lift your left leg up. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder. Shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, bring your leg back to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Feet hip width apart. And slowly rise up. Come to Crescent Pose. You're on your back toes. Bend your front knee deeply. And you can always bend your back knee too if that feels better for you. So whatever feels best for your body today. Relax through your shoulders. Slow the breath just a little bit here. Sink down just a little bit more. Reach a little bit higher. Take another inhale. And with your exhale, spin your back heel flat. Left foot over toward the right a little bit as you open up into Warrior Two. Soften through your shoulders. Sink into this space and take your gaze forward past your front fingers. Come back into the space of your breathing. Come back into the space of your intention and what you set for your practice today. Bend your front knee just a little bit more. On your inhale, straighten your front leg. Reach your arms to the sky. Left toes pivot to the right. As you exhale, Warrior Two to the back of the mat. So take your time to find Warrior Two. And again, just setting up our body and feeling the poses in our body here. Relax through your shoulders. Bend through your right knee. Sink down a little bit deeper. And even a little bit more. On your next inhale, straighten your right leg. Arms to the sky. Spin your toes forward. Exhale, Warrior Two toward the front of your mat once again. Flip your left palm up. Reverse your warrior. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Left leg to the sky. Three-legged down dog. Take a deep breath. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Take your time. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. So we know what this feels like in our bodies. We know what we need and what our own body needs here today. We're going to go ahead and take that, what we just did, and turn it into a flow, one breath per movement. Take a break anytime you would like. Skip anything if you need to, and just allow yourself to practice this gentle flow as we warm up the body a little bit more. On your inhale, right leg lifts up toward the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward, followed by your left foot forward folds. Halfway lift, flat back inhale. Fold back down with your exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up toward the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Rise up onto your tiptoes. Inhale, interlace your hands up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back up. You're still on your toes. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, rise a little taller onto your toes. Exhale, heels down, swan dive forward into your folds. Halfway up, flat back as you inhale. Hands come down, step or hop back, chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or upward facing dog, deep breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Again, right leg lifts, take an inhale. Right knee to right shoulder as you exhale, pull forward. Inhale, lift your leg back up. Step your foot through as you exhale. Crescent Pose, inhale, rise high. Warrior Two, exhale, open up. Inhale, straighten the front leg, arms to the sky, pivot your toes forward. Warrior Two to the back of the mat as you exhale. Inhale, straighten the leg, pivot the toes. Exhale, Warrior Two to the front. Reverse warrior, take a deep breath all the way in. Cartwheel your hands down. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, move through Vinyasa, nice and strong. Cobra or up dog, inhale.
Downward facing dog with your exhale. Left leg rises, take an inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward, followed by your right foot into a fold. Halfway up, inhale. Fold back down with your exhale. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up. Exhale, pull your hands and intention into your heart space. Inhale, rise up onto your toes, interlace your fingers, palms up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center, rise a little bit higher. Exhale, lower your heels, release all the way down to your fold. Lift halfway up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands down, step or hop back, find your vinyasa. Cobra or up dog. Press back into downward facing dog. Again, left leg rises, take an inhale. Left knee to left shoulder with your exhale. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step your foot forward. Crescent pose with a smile on your face. Inhale, rise. Exhale, warrior two, open up. Inhale, straighten the front leg, pivot your toes. Exhale, warrior two to the back of the mat. Inhale, straighten your front leg, pivot. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Reverse warrior, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands come down to the earth. Left leg to the sky, three-legged down dog, inhale. Exhale, pull forward, plank, chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Pause here, breathe deep. Take a full inhale in down dog. Open your mouth, exhale, sigh the breath out. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, crawl your feet out as wide as your mat. Turn your toes out. Crawl your hands back to your feet and let's find Malasana at the back of our mat. Come into your yogic squat. Feet are out wide, knees are pointed in the same direction as your toes. Kiss your palms together, sit up nice and tall, and you can always sit on a block or a stack of books here too if that feels better for you. And just notice what you feel. Maybe it even feels good to rock a little bit from side to side. Ooh, I feel my hips today. Just notice where you feel things, where you feel sensation. Relax through any tensions in your face. Continue to breathe deeply. See if you can lift your chest and heart just a little bit more. Take another deep breath in. With your exhale, bring your hands down. Heel toe your feet in. Come into a forward fold at the back of the mat. Toes point forward. Lift halfway up, flat back as you inhale. Fold back down, bend your knees, and crawl forward into downward facing dog. Nice and strong here, yogis. On your inhale, right leg lifts up toward the sky. With your exhale, right knee to right shoulder, shoulders over your wrists. With your inhale, lower your right knee down to your right wrist. Exhale, bring it back up to your shoulder. Again, like this. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, back up. One more time, nice and strong. Lower the knee down, inhale. Exhale, back up. Inhale, three-legged down dog, lift the leg high. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands, top of the mat. Feet hip width apart, let's rise back up to our crescent pose, arms lift to the sky. Sink into your crescent pose just a little bit more here. Relax through your shoulders, take a deep breath in. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your low back. And then today, see if you can, flip your palms down toward the earth. So sort of like when we were up toward the sky, flip your palms down and just notice what happens here. What do you feel in your shoulders? If that doesn't feel good, you can kiss your palms together and open the chest a little bit more. Lift up through your heart space, take another inhale. As you exhale, flip your knuckles down, kiss your palms together. Press down through your front right foot. And then gently start to lean forward, and let's make our way to warrior three. Find just a little bit of openness through your heart space here, a little more lift. Notice if your right or your left hip wants to start to open up just a little bit here. Can you keep your hips lined with each other? Just a practice, not perfect.
Take another full inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, step your left toes to the back of your mat, nice and slowly. Inhale, reach your arms up toward the sky. And exhale, move through Vinyasa, nice and simple. Hands down, step your right foot back. It might hover as you lower slowly. Make sure your foot drops before you come to your back bend. And downward facing dog. Take a moment to settle. And find stability and strength within your hands. On your inhale, left leg slowly rises. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder, shoulders over your wrists. Nice and strong here. Inhale, lower your knee to your wrist. Exhale, bring it back up to your shoulder. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. One more time, nice and strong. Inhale, lower. Use your core muscles, lift back up. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Reach your left leg up. Exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. Feet hip width apart, slowly rise up, come to Crescent Toe Warrior. Arms lift high. Sink into your Crescent Toe Warrior pose, into your Crescent Pose. Lift a little bit higher, take a full inhale into your chest and heart. And with your exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. And again, flip your palms down today and just notice what you feel. Try not to judge anything, but from a beginner's mind, allow yourself to explore what you feel and notice, does this feel good for me? Maybe, maybe not. And that's okay. So we always want to find the space that does feel good for us. See if you can lift your heart a little bit more. Put a tiny little back bend into your pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, knuckles down, palms touch. Plant through your left foot, and let's slowly start to lean forward. Come into Warrior 3. Lift your back leg up, right toes point down toward the earth. Reach through your knuckles back behind you. Open up through your heart space. Nice, strong, steady breath. It's okay if you wobble, if you fall, no big deal. Put a little smile on your face. You're practicing. Come back up to this space whenever you feel ready. A couple more moments. Ooh, breathe deep. Take another deep breath in. Start to bend your left knee. Right toes gently step to the back of your mat. Inhale, Crescent Pose. Lift your arms high. And with your exhale, find Vinyasa. Hands come down. Step your left foot back. Your foot might hover as you lower slowly. Gentle back bend here, yogis. Downward facing dog with your exhale. We're going to turn that into a nice little flow just a couple times through, and then we'll add on to the last round. One breath per movement here, yogis, so listen carefully. On your inhale, right leg lifts up toward the sky. Right knee to right shoulder as you exhale. One time, lower the knee down to your wrist, inhale. Exhale, bring your knee to your shoulder. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. Inhale, Crescent Pose, arms lift up. Exhale, interlace your hands. Go ahead and kiss the knuckles down toward the earth already. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, Warrior 3, gently lean forward. Take a deep breath all the way in. Exhale, bend your right knee, step your left toes to the back of the mat. Inhale, Crescent Pose. Exhale, Vinyasa. Hands down, step your foot back, lower slowly. Cobra up dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg slowly rises, inhale. Left knee to left shoulder, exhale. One time, lower your knee to your wrist, inhale. Exhale, knee lifts back up. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step your foot forward. Inhale, Crescent Pose, lift up. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your heart, gentle back bend, inhale. Exhale, lean out halfway, Warrior 3, gently rise up. Take a deep breath in, Warrior 3. Exhale, bend your left knee, right toes slightly to the back of the mat. Inhale, Crescent Pose. Exhale, Vinyasa. Gentle back bend. Downward facing dog. Right leg again lifts up to the sky, inhale. Right knee to right shoulder, building a little heat. Inhale, lower your knee.
Exhale, back up to the shoulder. Inhale, leg to the sky. Step your foot forward, exhale. Crescent pose, rise high. Hands interlace behind your back. Lift your heart up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, warrior three, lean out. Slowly lift up, take a deep breath. Exhale, bend your right knee, step your left toes back. Crescent pose, inhale, rise. Exhale through your vinyasa. If you'd like to skip it at any point, you can just step your foot back and come to downward facing dog, whatever you need here today. Taking your time to get to that space of down dog. This is your practice. Life is a practice. Left leg slowly rises, inhale. Left knee to left shoulder, exhale. Inhale one time, lower the knee down to the wrist. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, step your foot forward. Inhale, crescent pose, rise up. Exhale, hands behind your low back. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, warrior three. Take a deep breath here in warrior three. As you exhale, bend your left knee, step your right toes to the back of the mat. Inhale, crescent. Exhale through vinyasa. You've got this, yogis. Take your time. Listen to what your body needs. Last one, last time like this. Nice and strong. Right leg lifts up, take an inhale. Right knee to right shoulder, exhale. Inhale, lower your knee down. Exhale, bring the knee up to the shoulder. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step your foot forward. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose. Exhale, hands behind your back. Take an inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, warrior three. Listen carefully here, yogis. Take a deep breath all the way in. With your exhale, bend your right knee and pause. Continue to breathe and notice the things that you feel. Ooh, my leg's shaking a little bit, feeling a little bit of that burn. Take another inhale. Exhale, left toes to the back of the mat. Rise to crescent pose. Take yourself off of autopilot. Take an inhale. And with your exhale, let's find warrior two. Anyone else building a little bit of heat here today? Just me? Sink down just a little bit more. Reach through your fingertips and soften through your shoulders. Slow your breath down. Release through any space of tightness or tension. Bend your front knee even further. Flip your right palm up to the sky. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, come back up to straight, straighten your front leg. You might want to take your back foot and instep it a little closer to your front foot. Back toes angle forward. Reach through your right fingertips, left hip kicks back, inhale. Triangle pose as you exhale. You can take your right hand to your right thigh, down to your shin. Never press on the knee though, keep the knee safe. Nice little soft bend here in the knee. If you would like, you can grab your block, take it to the outside of the foot, and reach through your fingertips. Start to open up through the space of your side body a little bit more. So notice if you start to round down a little bit, can you lift yourself up here? Maybe take your gaze up to the sky. Breathe deep. Take another full inhale. Exhale, left hand to your left hip. Take a look down to your right foot. Start to put a little bend in your right knee. Take your block with you. We're going to make our way into half moon pose. Take your hand to a block. Lift your back leg up. And then maybe you extend your left arm up toward the sky. Now again, remember that life is a practice. This is a practice. So just practice wherever you are. If you feel like you need a little more, maybe look down, maybe rise up onto your fingertips. And maybe, if it feels good for you today, start to lift your right hand to your heart. I always like to say maybe leaves room for maybe not, and that's okay too. Just practice wherever your body needs today. If your hand is lifted, slowly bring it back down to your block or books. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, bend your right knee and slowly step back into your warrior two. Reach through your fingertips here, yogis. Reverse warrior, take a deep breath all the way in. And exhale, move through vinyasa. Hands come down. Step your right foot back.
Lower with your breath. Find your gentle back bend.
And downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of breaths in down dog before we move to the other side. Deep breath all the way in. Exhale all the way out. I turned myself around on the mat, so I'll be facing you, but you don't need to move on your mat. Stay just as you are. On your next inhale, left leg slowly rises up. Left knee to left shoulder as you exhale. Inhale, lower the knee down once. Exhale, bring it back up to your shoulder. Inhale, three-legged down dog, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Rise up, find your crescent pose. Take a deep breath in. Hands behind your low back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, open up through your heart space. Exhale, gently move into your warrior three. Take a deep breath all the way in. And as you exhale, bend your left knee and pause here for a few moments. Breathe deep, open up through your heart space. Take another full inhale. Exhale, set your right toes back to the earth. Lift your arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Sink into your warrior two space here. Relax through your shoulders. Soften through your face. Bend your front knee even more here. Start to find a little bit more strength. Make sure your knee is on top of your ankle. So if your knee is passing the ankle, either move your foot forward or ease out of the pose just a bit. Flip your left palm up. Reverse warrior. Take a deep breath all the way in. As you exhale, come back up. Straighten your left leg. You might take your right foot a little bit closer to your left foot. Right toes angle toward your left foot. Reach through your left fingertips. Kick your right hip back. Take an inhale. Exhale, triangle pose on the other side. Trikonasana. Maybe you grab your block. Maybe you stay up nice and high. Whatever your body needs, you might look up, but only if that feels good on your neck. If it feels better for you to look forward, you can stay there. Deepen your breath, yogis. Create a little more space. Open up a little bit more. Let yourself practice. Just be where you are. Full inhale. Exhale, right hand to right hip. Take a look down, bend your knee. I'm just going to pivot a little bit so you can continue to see me. Take your block with you and let's find half moon pose. So make sure that your block is not right next to your foot. We want it out and a little bit over to the left of the foot. As you lift up, you might take your right arm up to the sky. So give yourself a nice steady foundation on which to build this pose. Your gaze might stay down for a little bit more stability and support. Maybe you look out to the side or up toward your hand. And then again, if you feel like you need a little bit more, maybe you come up onto your left fingertips. Maybe your hand drifts to your heart. And just notice what this side of your body says. Maybe this side doesn't feel quite as good there, so you can keep your hand down. Find a little more strength here. If your hand is lifted to your heart, slowly bring it back down to your block. Take a look down to your toes. Start to bend your left knee and slowly step back into your warrior two. With your inhale, reverse warrior, deep breath all the way in. And as you exhale, move through Vinyasa, hands come down. Step your left foot back. Lower with your breath. Deep breath all the way in. And exhale to downward facing dog. Whew. Full inhale, yogis. Long exhale. And again, just meet yourself where you are. Be in the space that feels best for you. As we wrap up these standing and strengthening postures here. Last time, right leg lifts to the sky. Take an inhale. Right knee to right shoulder as you exhale. Now listening to what you need, you might stay here. Maybe you bring the knee down to the wrist and back up and you stick with these, building a little strength. Maybe you take it a step further and start to bend your elbows straight back like chaturanga. Maybe, just maybe, if it feels right for you, bend your elbows back Make a shelf for yourself with your tricep and slowly lift your back leg up. Maybe straighten your front leg for Ekapadakundanyasana. Again, maybe leaves room for maybe not. Let's inhale, come back up to three-legged down dog. And exhale, set your foot down. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Other side, left leg rises. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder. And then again, you might lower and lift. Lower and lift. Do something to find your strength instead of practicing Wachasana, whatever it is you need. So it might be here. Maybe you bend the elbows straight back. Maybe you stay here with your thigh on top of your tricep. Maybe the back leg starts to lift. Inhale, left leg rises back up. Three-legged down dog. Exhale, set your foot down. Deep breath in, yogis. Open your mouth, sigh it out. And let's lower back into child's pose where we started our practice. Full inhale through your nose. Long exhale out your mouth. Maybe take a nice gentle rock side to side if that feels good for your body. Just inviting a nice gentle release. And just remember that your asana practice, when you roll out your mat, it's just that, it's a practice. Same thing with every morning when we wake up. We're practicing at life. And we allow ourselves to just go as far as it feels right for us today, to take in the things that we need, but allow time to process things rather than trying to consume all the information at once, rather than trying to get to the next thing all at once. We allow ourselves to take one step at a time so that we can process each step, strengthen through our mind and our body and our emotions, and then allow ourselves to move on when we're ready, rather than when the ego asks us to. Take one more inhale here in child's pose, and a long exhale out. Rise back up to tabletop pose, come to all fours. And just like we started our practice, 3 cat-cows. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, round through your back. 2 more, inhale, open. Exhale, round and release. 1 more time, inhale, open your heart. Exhale, round, let go. Come back into center, crawl your knees forward, and let's make our way all the way onto our back. So lower down here on your back. Once you arrive to your back, bend your knees, place the soles of your feet down on the earth, run your arms down along your sides, palms face down. Feet are hip width apart. And we'll slowly make our way to a bridge pose. Gently lift your hips up toward the sky. If you do have a block nearby and you want to take supported bridge today, you're more than welcome to. If you'd like a little bit more in your traditional bridge, you can take your hands, interlace them behind your back, and crawl up so that you're on your shoulder heads a little bit more. Lift your hips up a little bit higher. Breathe deep. Hands stay down to the earth. Take a couple more moments here. Start to slow your breath. Slow your mind. Let yourself be present. Take 1 more inhale in your bridge. As you exhale, slowly roll down 1 vertebra at a time, all the way down. Lower your hips. Pause for a moment. Gently hug your knees into your chest. Come to Apanasana. Just holding on to your shins or your knees. If it feels good for you, even curl your forehead up to your knees and just gently rock a little bit from side to side. A nice little counter stretch from the back bend of our bridge. Lower your head back down if it's up toward your knees. Place your feet back on the earth. Hug your right knee in toward your chest. Open your right knee toward your right armpit. And we're going to come into a half happy baby pose, foot to the sky. You might hold behind your right hamstring. Maybe you hold to the pinky toe side edge of your foot and gently pull your foot down. You can keep your left knee bent or straighten your left leg all the way to the earth, but keep your hand on your left hip and guide your hips to be even and flat so that you're not leaning way over to the right. Take a couple moments here in this half happy baby. Breathe deep. Take another full inhale. And as you exhale, bring your right knee back into your chest. Now straighten your left leg. If the knee is still bent, straighten it all the way down to the ground. Reach your right arm out to the right. Take a full inhale. And exhale, gentle twist. Right knee down to the left. You can shift your hips forward or back. Gently rest your head down to the right. Full spinal twist. And really let this be nice and gentle, not forcing your body into anything. Keep both of your shoulder blades down to the earth. Your top knee does not have to touch the ground. Over time, maybe it will, and maybe it won't, and that's okay too. Just give your body space to practice. Rather than telling it what to do, let it speak to you and let you know what it needs. Take one more inhale into this twist. Exhale, slowly start to bring your knee back up to center. Bend your left knee, hug both knees into your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. Set both of your feet back down to the earth with your knees bent. Keep your right leg where it is. Hug your left knee into your chest. Start to open your left knee toward your left armpit. Foot up toward the sky, and you can hold on behind your left hamstring or the outer edge of your left foot as you gently pull your foot down for half happy baby pose. You can keep your right knee bent. Maybe you straighten the leg. Whatever feels good for you. It's not about going deeper into the pose. Going into a more challenging pose does not make you a better yogi. It doesn't make you a more advanced yogi. Being an advanced yogi is listening, knowing what your body needs, always coming to your mat from a beginner's mind and allowing yourself to learn, rather than taking the ego and putting it in the driver's seat. Let yourself listen and be with everything that is, so that you can practice. Just simply practice. Maybe pull down on your left foot just a little bit more. Take another full inhale. And exhale, left knee to your chest. If your right leg is still bent, straighten your right leg out. Left arm out to the left, take an inhale. Exhale, left knee down to the right. You can shift your hips forward or back. Gently release your gaze down to the left. Close your eyes if that feels good for you. Take a moment here. Again, try not to force anything in your body. Just allow everything to be as it is. Start to relax through any tensions or tightness that you might be carrying with you. Slow your breath down. Take another deep breath into this twist. And as you exhale, start to bring your knee back into your chest. Untwist your body. Shift your hips back to center. And one last time, hug your knees into your chest. Curl your forehead up to your knees. Take one more deep breath into your asana practice. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Shavasana. Release all the way down. Palms face the sky. Close your eyes. Maybe cover your eyes with something. And give yourself these moments to release Ujjayi breath, to release the strength. Know that this is the most important pose of your practice, and as we stay here for a minute, can you just let yourself be? Start from where you are, not where you wish you were. The work you are doing becomes your path. If you would like to remain in Shavasana and stay here a bit longer, feel free to do so. If you feel ready to move back into your day, start to bring gentle movement back to your hands and your feet. Give your body a nice gentle stretch from your hands all the way down to your toes. And just take your time, in your own time, whenever you feel ready, to crawl your way up to a seat or remain laying down as you close your practice today. And just going back to Ram Dass's words, start from where you are, begin exactly as you are, and know that life is a practice. Our yoga practice, this time on our mat, teaches us that. It teaches us to be patient with ourselves so that we can be patient with others. It teaches us to allow ourselves to be present and move from one thing to the next and be fully wrapped up in what we're doing rather than the stories of the past or the future. Some more words from Ram Dass that were very inspiring to me that I'd like to share with you here. The work of quieting our minds and opening our hearts prepares us to be able to act in the world in a way that doesn't create more suffering. When we develop the stance, a perspective that rises toward life, that allows us to be an effective actors on the stage of life, so that you and I become instruments of healing, instruments of peace, of love, and of wisdom. So I invite you as you move into the rest of your day to take this practice with you, continue to allow yourself to practice, and just know that you have a beautiful light within you. Take one step at a time. You don't have to do everything at once. Recognize that light you have within you. And I see the light within you as well. Thank you so very much for practicing with me today. Namaste.